Hello everybody, Ian Robson here for another edition of Iron Horse. Alright, what do you things going on today? If you recall from the last episode, we had a little bit of a crash at the end of it. I think I figured out what it actually was. Let me just, where is it? This guy. Apparently, this trailer right here does not like the new Courseplay. It's interesting because I actually tried this trailer out with this tractor, same thing, and I tried it with this one, same thing. But then when I tried Courseplay with the Richard Western, which we got the Mercedes-Benz running, no problem. It's really strange. I don't know the exact reason why that's the case, but the fact that it worked with this one and not the other one kind of threw me off a little bit, and I have no idea the reason why. You know, it is Courseplay, so it could be something random, I suppose, right? You never know these things, so it's kind of a bit odd, actually. And right now I'm just kind of watching this guy and how he's pathing and whatnot, which is kind of interesting to see because, with the, like I said before, the new Courseplay, they try not to drive over the over the crop, so they will try and avoid it. And it's interesting to see how they go about it. No combine and reach, eh? There it goes. So we'll just watch it and see what it does here. So see how it actually didn't go on the crop right there? Now it does, of course, but it's interesting to just see how it does some things. It avoids it when possible, but I think because the way it's going right now, it actually needs to go through the field. But when it's getting filled up, it actually does a pretty good job of staying off the crop, which is interesting to watch, actually. So I wasn't sure how it was going to work out, but so far Courseplay hasn't been too bad with combining on this field like this, even though it's not a perfect circle or anything, or a square. It's doing a pretty decent job so far. One of the things I did notice as well is that they changed this right here, so you can change the driver priority based on distance or how the fill level of something, and you can actually make it so it stops during unloading. So right now it's activated, so as soon as it starts unloading, it'll just stop. So if you are manually unloading the combine, this might be a really good way of going about it. Especially on fields like this where they twist and turn. Setting it up like that would probably work quite well. I've been testing it out with unloading during movement, which has been alright so far. But I haven't tried this particular feature yet. But as you can see, it seems to work fairly well. Probably better. I'm going to leave it on for a bit and just see how it works out, because I am kind of curious. But, you know, this is Courseplay automatically detected the area around this field, and it's doing its thing. It's kind of like working like Auto Tractor almost, which is interesting. So I guess I could just check to see with the debug. I don't know if I can see anything. Debug channels. I don't know what the channels mean, but it's a developer version, so that's probably the reason why it has that particular feature, right? So, and there is a waiting time here, so you can set it to wait a certain amount of time if you want it to. That would be at the waiting points, of course. Like right now, there's no waiting points on this course, so there's no particular reason to wait. But if there were, well, then that's what would be going on. But it's been pretty interesting to see how it actually plays out, because it has been well, decent, I suppose. But yeah, this, where is it? Where's my Massey Ferguson? This right here, this trailer did not like it at all. I tried it with this tractor, that tractor, and the Mercedes-Benz over there, and all three of them did not like it at all, for whatever reason. And why is that combine going all the way down there? I don't know. It's probably going to its next point, which is way down the bottom somewhere. So I'm just going to grab these little pieces it's missed so far. But it's kind of cool to see how it's deciding on which areas to go to. And it's also interesting to see how the guy paths around certain things. Because I was watching him actually avoid the crop, which is interesting because I never used to do that. I used to just drive on the crop haphazardly, so it's been an interesting experience for me, at least. Well, I guess it's interesting for me because I've used a lot of Courseplay in the past, so that's probably the reason why I find it interesting, but I don't know if everybody would find it as interesting as I do. Now, where is it going here? Interesting. I wonder why it's doing that. I don't know. I wonder why. It's kind of strange to see where it's going. I guess I could turn the points on while it's show all. Okay, well that gives you an idea of what it looks like. And that looks confusing, but it looks like it's doing a pretty good job. Okay, I see the thing. So now it's supposed to be going up and down the field, and that's the reason for it. Oh, okay. So that's kind of cool, actually. So if I set it on right here, it should be... Yes, there you go. It's heading straight down the field. But that's one of the features. I really like how it draws the lines in between them. So you can just see where it's supposed to go, which is interesting. So now the nice thing is, like I said, because I set up to unload or stop when unloading, so as soon as I start unloading this guy, he's just going to chill out there until he's done. So he's going to act like a hard worker a lot more than if he had, as if he would do normally with Courseplay. So it is interesting. Is he going to just chill out there? Good. But I don't know, it's kind of cool. But I really like the this feature right here, showing it where it's, which direction it's going. I don't know. You can see how it's going down. Back up that way. That's really cool. And you can see that's the first headland, second headland, third headland. That's really neat. Now this is where he's pathing. See how he's kind of turning around here? He might turn away too. I don't know. No, apparently not. Where is he going? Oh, this is the last one. Okay. Maybe I shouldn't have started there. But it is cool to see how they've adjusted some small things, just like this, like showing which direction it's supposed to be heading in and stuff like that. So where it was probably going to before was down here somewhere. That's my guess. Is this the right direction? No. So it was actually doing the old going down to the bottom here. And it looks like it would actually get everything. So let's just set it up to see how it gets on here. And I can take care of a couple of random things. Actually, I think we only really have harvesting to do at the moment. So that's the travel point to here, I guess. Okay, I get it. Oh, interesting. I don't know. I find it interesting. I don't know how interesting everyone else finds it, but it's just cool to see how these things work. So here it's going up here. Oh goodness, I gotta turn this off, or I'll just keep watching it the whole time. But I don't know. I do like it. Let's grab this guy right here, and let's just take this trailer back. I'm not gonna put Courseplay on, or else the game will probably crash again. So I'll have to just drive it manually. Put the wipers on. Apparently, it's raining. It's been raining all day today, so that's like I guess that's why it came to mind. But yeah, I think it's ever since this morning. It's been just showers all day. So if you're from England or Wales or Ireland or Scotland, probably used to that. But you don't get that all day, every day. Often it happens from time to time, but it's not all the time. So I have to be careful because I'm used to other articulated tractors where it would, like, as soon as you turn it, it would like whip back to its straight to the direction it was pointing. So this one obviously doesn't do it the same way. So it's just interesting to see the difference in the articulation. Although I do really like it. So see how it's a slower articulation? So you can't make quick movements, which I guess makes sense, I suppose. Alright. But I'll have to keep this in mind about this particular trailer. I don't know why it did, though. I was looking through the logs to see if I could figure out the reason for it, and there was no specific indication showing that, hey, yeah, there's a problem here. It was mostly to do with other random mods, so I was like, okay, well, I'll take out some of the other mods. So I took out some of the ones I just downloaded to see if maybe those are the ones causing it, but I think it was just that trailer specifically. I don't know, so I guess it's going to be a bit of trial and error with some of these things, because I suppose we will have some issues depending on which mods we choose to use. But I'm going to get this guy prepped and ready to go for a little bit of cultivation. Careful, Iain. Oh my goodness. Don't know how I managed to do this, but I definitely did it. Eesh. Okay, well, he's stuck. That's unfortunate. That's what happens when you get too excited, I guess. I don't know. Let's put him back in his group here. Yeah, but I don't know. This is one of my favorite. This probably is my favorite Massey so far. I haven't seen too many other Masseys that really compare to these so far. And that's mainly because EuroDZN does a fantastic job on their equipment. Whenever they release something, it's pretty solid. I haven't had any big problems with any of their equipment so far, really. So I wouldn't really start complaining now about anything in particular. So I don't know. This is a nice looking tractor, though. I wish I had in-cab sound. Or does it? No. That's the one thing. It's pretty. It's not too loud, but it's definitely loud enough. Let's get this guy to get out of the way here. So if you recall, just the way the course was set up for this combine, he was going to go up and down the field. Wow, really? You can't stop. You're just being silly, combine. Come on now. Sheesh. Well, maybe that's the reason why it stopped, but... And I suppose a combine has stopped now, too. Sheesh. This is what happens when you try and play with Courseplay on a non-square field. Yeah, it definitely stopped. I'm just gonna... Nope, it definitely went to a different point now. I want to set it to somewhere in here, maybe? Nope. Now I have to check to see on his waypoints again. Oh, jeez, look at that. Alright, so let's set him up here. I don't know, but I'm not sure what the difference between the red and the blue are supposed to be. I'd really like to know that. That would be kind of interesting, so... Oh, there it goes. I would like to know what the reason behind that is, if there is a reason at all. That would be kind of nice to know, but... So far, I haven't found any rhyme or reason to it, but I'm not a developer, so there's probably a reason for it, and I'm not really sure what it is offhand, but it is what it is. I really would like to see more of these older tractors like this. Like, I think NI Modding and EuroDZN are kind of like in competition with each other, because they keep doing older, more unique tractors, because there are so many John Deeres, there are so many Case tractors out there. That's the reason why they choose the other random brands. Like, obviously, NI Modding did the Ford Force Pack, I think it is, and the Ford Conversions they did as well. So they're really just trying to, you know... Wow, that's a slow turn. They're really trying to, you know, get their... stand out a little bit, I guess. Is what it really boils down to, because there are so many other types of mods out there, or so many other brands and whatnot that you see just so often that you just get saturated with them and you don't get to see the good stuff. So it's good to see them branching out a little bit here. Alright, there we go. Let's get this guy just over here out of the way for the time being. Doesn't appear to have wither wheels on it. I don't know how much horsepower we actually should need for that Ford plow. Does it say? No, it doesn't. Hopefully this is enough horsepower. That looks so crazy. There's like a big spider's web. There we go. But, lots of cool little features that I really like about it. All these little things that add up, well, for me at least, not for everybody else, I suppose, but like be able to just do what I just did there and say, oh, it's 5.2 meters, and then setting up so you can do, let's just say 6 headlands heading east. That's crazy. And this right here I discovered is for clockwise or counterclockwise, so depending on which way you want to go. So with the combine you almost always want to go clockwise, so the pipe's on the outside, which is really cool. I guess this is clockwise, and then you can set it so you do the headlands first and then up and down the field, or other way around. But I really like how you can do up to 6 headlands, which is really cool. So I'll just leave that there for the time being. Got 3 cows ready. I'm still surprised as to the reasons why our actual numbers of cows don't go down. They just stay the same the whole time. So, oh, I thought I had that placed down. I'm like, I don't remember placing that on this map. There was an interesting mod I discovered not too long ago, which looked really cool. It was a placeable watermill, actually. And the cool thing about it was the fact that it would collect water via wind power, and then it would make it so it wouldn't cost you any money to use it, which I thought was really neat. So just a different way of generating water, as opposed to like a hydrant or something like that, or other things. But it required some other mods, and other mods were in beta, so I really didn't want to push my luck with too many beta mods, because I had the forestry mod installed, and I took that out just to see if that was the reason why the Courseplay wasn't working properly. In the end, it didn't seem to make a difference. It turned out to be the trailer that made a difference. I'll have to do some further testing to decide whether it's actually that specifically. Like, I'll have to mess around and maybe with vanilla equipment and just that trailer to see if that's the reason why. But so far, that's been the only real thing I've had a big problem with thus far, which is kind of strange. Considering it's a developer version, it seems pretty polished, which is nice. Whatever. But let's just see if this guy does his little thing, if he's going to miss him. Actually, what I should do is I should see if I should accelerate time and just see if weeds start popping up here. But of course, there's wither on this map, so that's not a good idea to do. But we do. I think what happened was, because the game crashed, I don't think I rebought the... Did I go past owned? I think I did, yeah. Yes, I don't think I rebought the sprayer, so I'll have to do that in a second. Yeah, it doesn't look like I did. But I thought that was really cool how it had that feature. Let's go ahead and buy that. Sorted by machine types, and we need a sprayer. So I guess this is the smallest one, which is still pretty big. There we go. Just so I don't forget about it again, because I am curious to see how that is going to work out. Yeah, that's working a lot better than I anticipated on this field. I set it up so it did 3 headlands and then it finished up, so anyhow. What else do we got here? This guy. The other strange thing, when I was messing around, I had bales on this and they just disappeared. So it happened again because the game crashed. I don't know why that's the case, but apparently if you log out with bales on this, you will lose the bales. So it's the same thing that happens when you log out with the stuff on the cat trailer, actually. So as you can see, there's no new bales there. So I had a bale on here, and then what happened was it just disappeared when I guess that's the case always, so I'm not sure if that's just this time. The other cool thing is that with the new Courseplay, it's set up so... I should always put a tip point right here again. There we go. Oh, there's no little... Doesn't like it when I do that, apparently. Create tip point. Huh. I don't know if it's even there or not. Maybe it is, I don't know. One of the other cool things that the new Courseplay actually has is the fact that it apparently... This is what I was reading, at least. If you... once you set your front loader up, you don't need to... Or the... Like, these positions, once you set them up, you'll set them up once and then they stay the same way, so I thought that was pretty interesting. Is this actually here? I don't think it is. No, doesn't appear to be. Okay, well, fine. don't know why it doesn't want me to create a tip point. Well, this is the new version I have, and that's probably the reason why it's not playing nice. To be expected, I suppose. Now I have nowhere to put it, though, which is a bit of a problem. Alright, well, I guess I'll just leave that there. Yeah, these guys are almost done here. Yep. Alright, so what I'll do is I'll just request the driver. He's going to stop, which is kind of cool, actually. And I'll hop into this guy. And I'm going to save the game right here, just in case it crashes. And if it crashes, I'm just going to stop the episode here for now anyways. We're at about 20 minutes anyways, so I don't mind killing it here if it needs to be. So let's go ahead and generate the course. And let's turn this tractor on here. I have it set up so it does 6 headlands, so this should be interesting. So it's in fieldwork mode. And crossing your fingers. Drive course. There it goes. Weird. It's only with it's apparently only with some things where I have a problem. And that probably doesn't need to be that fast. Only with some things does it actually have a problem. And I'm actually kind of surprised that this is working with this tractor, because this is Euro DZN. If you remember the internationals, they don't work very well with the with Courseplay, but this seems to be working fairly well thus far, at least. So I don't know. I just like this tractor. They did a good job. And like, I love these windows too. Like that. Those are some cool windows. I know some tractors actually have this is going to be bad. Some tractors actually have a feature where it will make a sound. There's nothing there anymore. You don't have to do anything, Combine. You're good. Some tractors will actually make a sound when you open up the windows like that. Like, I think if you remember the Ursus 1614, I think it was, would actually do that. It would make a sound when you open and close the windows, which was really neat. This one doesn't appear to, though. But that's fine. Sometimes all those little added features are the ones that really give you a hassle. There we go. I still think it's just one of the stranger trailers. It's supposed to be the one where it locks, but I guess... So now that I have it on there, is it going to stay on? No. Oh, man. I don't know why. It seems like it should stay on, based on the way I put it there, but apparently not, so look at that. Where is he going? Maybe he was trying to avoid... Apparently he missed a little bit there. I wonder why he did that. Maybe because I was going to hit him, I guess, maybe? I don't know. Or maybe because I set him up so he didn't start at the first waypoint. That's probably what it was, yeah. Let's go put him at the first waypoint, which is way down here. Yeah, that's the reason why. I was like, why did he miss that whole little section right there? That's the reason. Alright, let's just lower this down here. And articulated tractors, you know how they react to those first points. They never react well. Turn the lights off. There we go. Now is it going to miss any a bit? Nope. Looks like it's going to be pretty solid. That's super cool. I really should have I guess I should have a Ford pulling this Ford, but I think we're okay in this scenario. This is a cool enough tractor. He's going to do it a second time, whatever. Anyways, let's put this header trailer back where it's supposed to be. And you, my friend, can just chill out there. But it was just really strange. I don't know why it was just that one particular trailer really didn't like. It's strange because it's NI modding too, which kind of throws me off even further. But if it were like a random trailer, then yeah, fine, whatever, it makes sense. But because it was NI modding, that's why I'm like, that's strange. All right, second time's a charm, I guess. Let's give this another go here. Alright. Stay. That definitely does not look like it's going to stay. Oh, goodness. Maybe because it's on a hill, but... I don't know. You think it would hold it, but... It's strange, because sometimes it's like, yep, we're good to go, it's holding it. Other times it's doing what it's doing right there, where it's just kind of sliding off. For no apparent reason. Alright, there we go. Let's move it to a flatter spot, I guess. Maybe that'll help, I don't know. Alright, let's just plow through the bushes here for a quick sec. Alright, so this is a relatively flat spot. Take number 2. This is one of the reasons why a lot of times I'll just leave the header on the combine, because usually it's more finicky just to do this than it is to actually just drive it there sometimes. Yeah, see? I don't understand. Watch me start driving away and then it'll fall off. It's a little dark out here for 246. Sheesh. Yeah, there you go. It's locked on now. Go figure. Alright, so because we're doing a little bit of mechanical weed control here, I think we shouldn't have a problem with weeds, but I don't honestly know because this mod is still so new that I don't know if it will do anything or not. I am pretty excited though, if that's not obvious already. Alright, so I'm just going to drive this to the other field. Do we have one? I guess we do. Now the question is it going to be funny or not? I'm just going to save the game here again. Yeah, I'm like paranoid now. Just doing a good job. Alright, so I'm going to end the episode there now in case it does crash so you don't have to watch me fumble. There we go. Fumble around with it. So that's it for today, folks. My name's Iain Robson. It's been Farming Simulator 2013 coming at you from Iron Horse. Catch you guys later.